Over 3 billion people will watch the world's most loved sport showcased in all its glory in Brazil this summer. Spain travel as world champions, England bring with them the richest league in the world, and the Samba soccer boys have home advantage. But one country won't be there. They haven't qualified for a major tournament since 1986 and they currently lie 85th in the FIFA World Rankings. Behind teams like Sierra Leone or even Oman. But without this country, world football wouldn't be where it is today. They are Northern Ireland. This is Premier League legend Jim Chilton. He had time at Liverpool, Southampton, Sheffield Wednesday and Ipswich. He made over 580 appearances in the English League, scoring 64 goals, and he amassed a massive 52 caps for Northern Ireland.
A lot of clubs were littered with great players from Northern Ireland. Blanchflower had a major say in what went on in Spurs in 1961, I think, the double winning side. And that's just continued through each generation. Martin O'Neill had a massive influence at Nottingham Forest. Then he goes and becomes a fantastic manager, great influence at Leicester. Being a leader or showing those leadership qualities has been something that I think comes natural to people from this part of the world. Neil Lennon from player to manager, Martin O'Neill from player to manager. Brendan Rodgers goes and manages one of the biggest clubs in world football and has done it very, very well, conducted himself so well. But they seem to be able to handle that and they handle the pressure very well. Maybe it's because we've come from Northern Ireland and maybe it's just the environment that was set here before they all left.
And now the next generation of coaches are ready to keep Northern Ireland on the world stage. You probably don't recognise this man's face. You more than likely won't even recognise his name. He's Johnny McKinstry. He's 28 years of age and he's from Lisburn. And he's now one of the youngest ever senior international football coaches, head of the Sierra Leone national team. He's aiming to bring Sierra Leone to only their third ever African Nations Cup and their first ever World Cup in 2018.
Before, you maybe had to convince them of why you wanted to do something in training, especially in individual training. If I'm telling my striker who's already scoring 20 goals a term that he needs to improve his shooting, he sort of looks at me and goes, I'm scoring 20 goals already, coach. Whereas when I can, take it apart and sort of go, well, yeah, but I think you can score 40.
It's not until you dig right down into it that you realise how much impact the Irish have had in world football. You think about a club like Liverpool, the most successful British European football team, 5 European Cups. Their first manager was from about an hour from Belfast. Their current manager, Brendan Rodgers from Carnlough in County Antrim. Then you talk about Celtic, the first ever British team to win the European Cup. Their first manager was born in Newry. Their most recent manager from Lurgan in County Armagh. And speaking of County Armagh, the penalty kick was actually developed by a man from County Armagh. If you think of world-beating football teams, you think of Barcelona. And without one man who played his trade in the Irish League, Barcelona wouldn't exist in its form today. Some people say it's an English game, but it definitely has an Irish heart.